You know what I learned today? Today I learned that acrylic yarn is hot. It is very, very toasty, and I knew this. I knew that it was, but I really, really thought that I had successfully crocheted the perfect little summer top. Last week I started my journey of stash busting my way to a new wardrobe. We started last week by winding up all of the yarn in my living room. I specify in my living room because yes, I do have more yarn than this in my house, but in my living room, I had what we like to call the pile, which is just a large pile of yarn that was a complete mess. It was partially used skeins, brand new skeins, big tangled balls of yarn that weren't even usable until we wound them into skeins. We have works in progress, we had abandoned projects, we had granny squares, just so many things in the pile. But now the pile has officially been completely organized, and it is such a relief. It is such a relief to have the pile organized, and I feel like I can see everything. I know exactly what I have to work with. And then we officially began the journey of stash busting my way to a new wardrobe. So in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Anaheim, California for VidCon, which is one of my favorite weeks of the year. If you don't know what VidCon is basically kind of like a Comic-Con, but for content creators, like VidCon, like video conference. And it's just one of my favorite weeks of the year. I get to see so many of my creator friends. I get to see so many of you guys. It's so much fun. And I always love having new outfits for VidCon. But if you're a regular here, you know that I am doing a no buy or low buy clothing year for 2025. I do have a few exceptions to the rule. I can buy clothes secondhand. I can buy from small and local shops. And I can, of course, make my own clothes. So my goal for the next few weeks is to do some stash busting. Using only yarn I already have, I am going to be attempting to make some new wardrobe pieces to take with me to VidCon. Now, VidCon does take place in Southern California at the end of June. It is going to be toasty, and that brings us back to the beginning of this video where I said today I learned that acrylic yarn can be very, very toasty. So today's Snapchat actually did an event in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where I live. And it was so much fun. Thank you again, Snapchat, for inviting me. And so I wore my little top that I made because I always like to try to wear things that I've made, especially like to events or if I'm like going out with friends. It's just so much fun to like wear something, you know, that I've made. And today I was like, this is perfect. This is my first ever like summer top. I can wear my summer top to this little Snapchat event. Y'all, it was 90 something degrees. Nashville humidity. If you've been to Nashville, you understand what I mean whenever I say Nashville humidity. And the event was on a rooftop. I was boiling, just completely sweat off my entire face. I don't really wear like foundation anyway, partially because I sweat a lot on my face. That might be TMI, but I think we're all besties here now. So I sweat the most literally on my face. It is very strange, but it is what it is. So wearing my little top today, needless to say, I was toasty. Even though it is very airy, I did use a size 9mm crochet hook on this, even though it's just worsted weight yarn. I did make it short sleeve. I did make it crop. It is a V-neck. It was still so toasty. So this week in this video, we are going to continue this journey of stash busting our way to a new wardrobe, of course. And I'm thinking we try to make something out of cotton yarn. Now, I've never made a wearable out of cotton yarn. I've really only made, what have I even made out of cotton yarn? I've made washcloths and dish towels. I've made cat toys. Oh, and every time I crochet with pop tabs, I always use cotton yarn. I don't really know why. I don't really have a reason why I use cotton yarn whenever I crochet with pop tabs, but for some reason I always have. So I'm thinking we take a look at my cotton yarn today and we see if we are inspired to make anything. Now, where I'm struggling immediately as I look at my cotton yarn is that my cotton yarn isn't exactly colors that I'm like super excited about, but I think we can still make something really cool. I love this brown color. I love this green. I love this green. This is a beautiful mix of blues and purples. More green, more brown. And then I have this giant cone of like a turquoise-ish blue that is super pretty. If you were on our live stream last week, you might have remembered me talking about this top. This is one of my favorite tops, but I never know how to wear it. Like I usually just put on a crop top under it and then it just kind of looks weird. I don't know. I haven't quite figured out the vibe yet, but it's like completely sheer and like see-through, but I love the vibe. I love the sleeves. It's very whimsical and I want to wear it at VidCon. So what I'm kind of thinking about is I've been kind of thinking that I could make a vest to go over it, kind of like this. It's literally just 5 pentagon granny squares. I think we can do this. I think we can make a little vest out of cotton yarn so it wouldn't be super hot that I could wear on top of this. Basically, this is just kind of like some mauve colors, some browns, and some greens. What do we think? That would be pretty together, right? I think these colors would like look pretty good together. I think we have to try it and see how it looks. I think this is enough yarn, But like, what if it's not? What if it's not enough yarn? Ooh, you know what I can do? You know, I actually have a decent amount of black cotton yarn and a decent amount of white cotton yarn. If I run out of these colors, I can probably do the border maybe in like a white or a black to tie it all together. I think this could be good. I don't know if this is gonna be enough yarn, but we're gonna find out. I'm about to say something extremely shocking. I think for this vest, I actually want all of my granny squares to match. I know that that's extremely rare for me. I usually have my granny squares being complete chaos where nothing matches, but I just think that I want these to match. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start by making all 5 of the centers with this green yarn to see if I have enough to do all the centers the same color. Because if I don't, I might be doing something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We officially made it with this much left over, y'all. It's actually so anxiety provoking doing this type of like stash busting project, because I'm not letting myself buy more yarn for any of these projects. We are truly stash busting. And so I have to just make what I have work. So I'm thinking that round 2 of these 5 granny squares, granny pentagons, is going to be this brown color. I think I can do round 2 for all 5 of these, but I'm not actually sure. We're gonna try it. We're gonna make it work one way or another. We might have to get creative with it. This is interesting. I've never made my granny squares this way, where I do like all of the centers, all the second row, all of the third row. I always just make the entire granny square. What do you guys do? Do you guys do like one piece at a time like this, or do you finish the entirety of the granny square? Let me know. I finished all of the second rounds of the brown. I actually still have this much brown left over. I feel like I could have actually gone 2 rounds of the brown, but I think I want to try to just do 1 color per round for now. Next, we're gonna do green, and I do actually have 2 skeins of this green. I have this one that I have used a little bit of in the past, and then I have a brand new one. So I should be totally good for our full 3rd rounds to be in green. Hi friends, so it's been a few days since I've seen you, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just filming on my phone right now because my camera is dead, but I'm so excited and I have to show you what I'm working on. So my nerve damage this week kind of came back with a vengeance. I had to take, you know, a few day break, but I have been back to it tonight, and I have our granny squares done, and I'm actually thinking about adding some more textures into this. What if I add some of this green, and what if I add some of this fuzzy brown? Is this gonna be crazy? Tilly, is this gonna be crazy? I feel like I wildly overestimated how much clothing I was going to be able to crochet before leaving for VidCon. We leave for VidCon in just a couple days, and I do not have everything that I wanted to have done. So I went through my closet and I pulled out everything that I have made clothing-wise. Let's take a look at it and like decide kind of what I want to bring, and then we'll figure out what are my last things that I really, really want to make before going on this trip. I just found out that I'm going to like an opening night pool party kind of a thing with YouTube, and I think I'm going to wear our thrift flipped dress. So if you remember this video, it literally started as like a jean dress, and I started by dyeing it pink, and then I painted all over it, and I put these buttons on it. I added some macrame straps, big crochet flowy sleeves, and a nice crochet ruffle at the bottom. I love this, and I love the idea of wearing it to just a party, so it's not like wearing it all day. I don't think that I would want to wear this to the convention hall all day, but if I wore this just to like an opening night party, I think it would be perfect, right? I do think that one of the days at the convention hall, I'll probably wear something like a little bit more Renaissance Festival inspired, probably not like a full Ren Fair get up, but like, you know, Ren Fair inspired, Druid inspired. And so I think I'm probably going to bring my little green shawl, because this is not too toasty. It's still toasty, but it's not too toasty. When I was going through everything, I was like, well, this one's also like probably not too toasty, but it's just not my favorite thing that I've ever made. It's like totally cute, just like a little shawl, but it's not my absolute favorite. My Dollar Tree sweater, definitely way too toasty, even though I love this thing so much. My combination knitting and crochet sweater, also probably too toasty, even though this one is still short sleeve. I don't see myself wearing this to Anaheim in the middle of the summer. I do think I'm gonna bring my little shrug that I made for the Renaissance Festival. I actually brought this to VidCon last year and I wore it to a party that TikTok threw, and y'all, walking a red carpet wearing Crocs and my Renaissance Fair crocheted top felt like the most me thing I've ever done. I might wear this kind of how I wore it to the Renaissance Festival, maybe wear like a green dress with this shrug, with this little moss shawl thing on top of it. I think that's a really good option. So let's put that over here with my probably bringing outfits. I have my little color changing hat I might bring. I'm not sure if I'm gonna end up wearing a bucket hat at all. I could end up wearing a bucket hat. We'll put it in the maybe pile. I love my moon and mushroom crochet sleeve sweatshirt. I think it's gonna be too toasty. Same thing with this sweatshirt that I extended with crochet, probably also too toasty. I felt like I was missing some sweaters that I've made recently. I absolutely forgot to grab my stash busting sweater that I made a few months ago, and I forgot to grab my green and purple hexicardi. Those are probably both too toasty for the summertime anyways. I don't know, my green and purple hexicardi could be something that I bring. That could be nice whenever I'm inside and it's a little bit chilly, I could like throw it on. Or would it just be too toasty? I don't know. This is an absolute must to bring, the shirt that we made in the first part of this series. This is definitely something I will wear one of the days to the convention hall. I really, really liked the skirt that I wore with this whenever I wore it to the Snapchat party. So I'll probably wear this with that pink flowy tutu-like skirt one of the days at the convention. The two things left that I was really wanting to get done in this video and before we go to VidCon is my Pentagon vest and replacing these jean jacket sleeves with crochet. So let's just like work on this tonight, try to knock it out, see how much we get done. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel slightly burnt out on my vest. It's beautiful. Like this is turning out absolutely gorgeous and I love it. I wanna pause and I wanna work on replacing the sleeves of this jean jacket. I think we're not going to have like full sleeves. I think I'm gonna turn this into a short sleeve jean jacket. That way it'll be better for the summer weather anyways. I think it's gonna be super fun and super pretty. This is so nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna cut off the sleeve. I'm gonna hold my breath because I'm gonna know there's a chance I'm not gonna like this, but it's okay if I don't like it. I can just reuse all of the pink jean material to make something else in the future, right? Because as of now, I never wear this shirt anyways. Sorry, I'm basically just talking myself through this as I'm cutting the sleeves off of this perfectly good jean jacket. It's fine, everything's fine. I'm cutting on this side of the seam because I think I'm going to go into this side with my darning needle to do my stitches, kind of similar to the way that we did our sweatshirt that we added the sleeves onto. Oh, this cut is terrible. These scissors are also terrible. I should have tried to find better scissors. These are like Dollar Tree scissors, and don't get me wrong, love the Dollar Tree, but the scissors quality are not the best. One sleeve gone. You know what? This could even just be a vest. It could even just be a vest. Should I add some like buttons to this too? The way that I did to the jean dress? That could be fun. When we talked about this jean jacket a few weeks ago, a lot of y'all just like loved this blue with the pink. So I'm gonna start with the blue, but I honestly think I think I'm gonna go with some crazy rainbows. I really, really think we are going to do a bunch of different colors. And by a bunch of different colors, I mean probably 6 to 8 different colors because we're just doing short sleeves. So it's not like I can change colors like 200 times or anything. So I could probably do a different color for each row. The question is, do I make the sleeves match each other or do I make it totally mismatch where like the other sleeve, do I start with like a green or yellow? I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out. I tried to just keep the stitches as even as I could as I went around and I ended up with 18. I just need to remember that for the other sleeve and make sure it's also 18 stitches. Now I'm literally just going into each of these stitches and doing a granny square stitch, which is just 3 double crochets into each stitch. This first row is definitely the hardest because you're working 3 into each of these stitches. I didn't make the stitches like super tiny or anything, but still it can be like a little bit difficult sometimes. After this, it's gonna get super, super easy for the next rows because then we're just going into here just like a normal granny square, but the first one is a little bit harder. Sometimes I just get to crocheting and I forget to film, so I'm not sure what the last thing y'all saw was, but I have to show you where I'm currently at. I don't like the way that the sleeve is falling, and I'm wondering if I can fix it with a ruffle, like a literal ruffle at the end of this short sleeve. This is either going to be just like so cute, or I'm just gonna hate it so much. It's almost 3 a.m., which is not shocking, not out of the ordinary, but I have been trying to get on a better sleep schedule. But I was so excited about getting the arms done. I haven't tried this on yet. We're gonna try this on together for the first time. I was so excited about getting the arms done that I had to stay up just until I got it done. Now I do have a lot more stuff I want to add to this jacket, but the basic crocheting of the sleeves is complete. I think I'm gonna love it. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little nervous. I have not weaved in the ends yet, so you're gonna see a lot of loose ends. I decided to go with the different colors on both sleeves. They're like the same yarn, but in like different order. And I decided to go with the ruffle. All right, let's see. Let's see how it's gonna look. It fits really well. Oh my gosh, wait, you gotta see this. You gotta see it. What do we think of the little ruffle sleeves? I think that I love this. I think I love this. I started playing around with the idea of like putting some stitches on it. I think I'm gonna put some stitches in different places. I also have these little gems that you like push into fabric and like bend down. I'm thinking about maybe covering the jacket in a bunch of these. I think that would be really, really fun. And if we get really crazy with it, we might add paint, but I am tired and I'm going to go to bed for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. It's the next day and I just finished putting these little guys on the collar. I love it so much. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna add more, but I do know I want to add this little cat patch here, my Granny Life patch there, Stitch Witch, and then I have this H and this rainbow, and I just think that it looks so good. I'm so excited. I got all of the patches on and I added some little paint details. I am absolutely obsessed. I just need to let it dry. I just realized I have 2 different knitting needles in my hair. Y'all, the amount of like chaos that my life descends to on these weeks that I do bigger projects like this is so comedic. Our paint is drying on our pink jacket and I think it's going to turn out so cute. And this means I think I have all of our outfits. So the first night we get there, we have a YouTube party, and that's where I'm going to wear the pink dress that I did the thrift flip of. And then there's 3 days of VidCon. One day I will wear the pink jean jacket that we just finished, probably on top of some sort of little summer dress. One day I will wear our moss shawl on top of a cute little green dress. And the 3rd day I will wear our granny square top that we made in part 1 of stash busting my way to a new wardrobe. But this video is far from over, because you know who else needs some outfits for VidCon? My Laboo. Y'all, literally last week's video, I was like, what do we think of Laboobos? Are they creepy? Are they cute? What's a Laboo? Why is a Laboo? Like, I had no idea, and I have gone on quite a journey in this last week and a half, and I have become quite obsessed with Laboobos. So this is my first ever real Laboo. I did get a Lafufu before this, but this is the green grape from the Exciting Macaron series, and I love her so much, and she absolutely needs some outfits to match me for VidCon. The main one I really want to do is like a granny square sweater kind of thing that could look really cute. This will kind of match me whenever I wear my pink jacket that we just finished. It'll also just match my granny square shirt, but the problem is I made this and I made it too long. It's too long for her tiny little arms. So we are about to frog this. I got overly excited, y'all, and I was making this before she actually got here. So I did not make it to size. So we are going to be frogging this and making this fit her perfectly. I am literally making her just a tiny hexagon granny square sweater. And I think I can only do 2 rows for the length of her arm. Hi, Tilly, what you meowing at, baby girl? Yeah, tell me all about it. See how 2 is kind of all I can do for the length of the arm? So now I'm going to just continue doing it, but not do this one little section right here. And then it will become wide enough to go over her arm and wide enough to go around her back. I think this is gonna work. I don't actually know, I've never done this before. Trial and error. If anyone's wondering, what is this teeny tiny little yarn I'm using? I am actually using embroidery floss and a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. And it's honestly like way easier to use than I thought. I've never dabbled with micro crochet. Would you guys consider this micro crochet? In my mind, anything done
with like embroidery floss as micro crochet, but I know that some people do micro crochet with like one piece of embroidery floss. You know how you can like split embroidery floss and make it into like teeny tiny pieces? So I don't know if like what I'm doing is technically considered micro crochet, but it's definitely the tiniest crocheting I have ever done personally. Okay, wait, I'm screaming. I think it's gonna work and her little hand is gonna be seen. So now that I've sewn up the top, I need to do just from here and around with like one more layer. I think that's gonna work, right? Okay, so this time I won't do it from there. I will just do it from, where do I start? Oh gosh, this is confusing. This is confusing. I think I start at this corner and this corner and go around. This is so cute. This is so cute. I'm freaking out. This is gonna look so cute with my little granny square top outfit. I love this so much. I was gonna maybe make her like a little skirt, but I kind of think that would take away from it. I think she just wears this little sweater. Maybe a hat. Should I make her a little bucket hat maybe? I'm so excited, y'all. Look at this little sweater. This could not have turned out better. So I was trying to think of like other staples, things that my Laboo can wear to match me. And of course, we have to make her own Becca. So if you don't know who Becca is, if you're new here, this is Becca, my chicken purse. Becca as in Becca, you know. And I love carrying Becca my chicken purse. And anytime somebody tells me they like my chicken purse, I always reach into her wing right here. And I pull out little ducky, and it genuinely is one of the biggest joys of my life to give strangers tiny duckies whenever they say that they like my chicken purse. It brings me so much joy. So we are currently trying to sculpt a chicken purse out of polymer clay. Y'all, I am no polymer clay artist. I'm really not a polymer clay artist. I think I want the chicken purse to be big enough to actually hold a tiny duck. That way my Laboo's chicken purse can also hold a tiny duck. I don't know if that's realistic. Oh, I could make tinier ducks to go into the tiny duck. No, this is too much. This is too much. I mean, is there such a thing as too much? I am currently making my tiny purse doll matching outfits for myself, so I don't think there is such a thing as too much. What if it's like a perfect indentation for a duck and then that can just come out? Wait, that could be so cool. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that for this moment as we just try to shape our chicken purse into looking like a chicken purse. I'm not going to do too many details, just try to make it, generally speaking, look like a chicken purse. So not only did I end up making my chicken purse, but I also made her my Crocs. So she's literally going to have matching Crocs with me. I even tried to do the gibbets. Also low-key, like exactly the right color of purple. I of course need something to attach the strap for Becca and for the Crocs. I think I can use these little guys and just bake them into the clay. I've been using my Lafufu to try on the Crocs. I just got on those little attachment pieces. I think it's gonna be perfect. My Lafufu has the same exact size feet as my Laboo, and I didn't really want to risk getting clay in my Laboo's fur. But my Lafufu, my Lafufu, I am actually probably going to be giving a makeover to anyways. Ready to go in the oven, but before it goes in the oven, I need to remove our little plastic duck. Here goes nothing. They're out of the oven and they are perfect. I even did my best to do the little C for Crocs. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so cute. Let's see if the tiny duck still fits. Oh my gosh, the duck is perfect. I'm just gonna use like stretchy like string to go around the back of the Crocs. Oh my gosh, is this gonna work? This is unreal. How are these this stinking cute? Okay, we have to finish Becca now. Oh my god, she's amazing. Okay, I feel like she's missing something though. She needs my necklace. One of my besties gave me this cat necklace and I wear it almost every single day. I have to have a cat charm in here somewhere. Oh, I think this is one. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. She is so cute. I could literally cry. Look at how the chicken purse turned out. the tiny Crocs. I even put the little C on the Crocs. And look at this, look at this, look at them side by side. I matched the little gibbets. Well, I couldn't fit both of those, but I chose to put the flower because I thought it was more like distinguished. And just look how cute they are. She has her very own Becca. And now I can literally put her on Becca. And then she has a tiny Becca. Oh my gosh, I need a tiny Laboo to go on my tiny Becca. That would be ridiculous. I gave her my little cat necklace because y'all probably recognize like the little cat necklace that I wear almost every day that my friend Anne gave me. Oh my gosh, so cute. I've been trying to think of what else I can add for her. Some of you on shorts were saying she needs my glasses, but it's kind of hard to make glasses stay on Laboobos, and also like I don't wear my glasses every day and I don't wear the same glasses every day. But I'm thinking, what if we made her a flower crown? I don't know if this is actually possible or not, but I grabbed the stuff that I have that I think I can use to make her a flower crown, because I didn't buy anything in particular for this, but of course I have stuff laying around to make a flower crown. So what I'm thinking we can use, I have elastic, tiny sewing kit, and a bunch of flowers. The problem is, I think these flowers are too big. There's no way that those are gonna fit naturally on her head. So I'm thinking the only flowers we can use are these little guys. I don't know, they have kind of big, weird like stems on them. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put them on the elastic. I can try. Oh my gosh, look at how the flower crown turned out. I ended up just using like a little piece of like stretchy stuff, the kind of stuff that you make just like regular little friendship bracelets with. Stretchy string, what do you call that? Elastic string? That is so cute. She turned out adorable. Now I'm just kind of waiting for my jean jacket to dry. I'm so excited to try it on tomorrow and see how it looks with her. Y'all, this is gonna be so cute. I'm so glad that we decided to do this whole stash busting journey. My jacket is dry and I'm so excited. I cannot explain to y'all. So I just came up to my parents' house to drop off Tilly for one, because she's gonna stay with my parents while I go to VidCon, and also because it's Father's Day, so to see my dad. So of course I wore my new outfit. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Let's adjust the camera. Look at this adorable jean jacket alteration. I love it so much. I think that the little frilly things like really made it. I added paint. I added all of our little patches. I might still add some more of these little gems eventually, but for now I think that that's perfect, just having them like on the collar. We have granny life, my pronouns, a cat, Stitch Witch down here, a rainbow, an H. Can I tell you guys something really embarrassing that I did last night? So I was painting this, and over here somewhere I got a smudge. Okay, there was like a smudge, and I was like, oh no, it's all smudged now. It's gonna look terrible. Let's just smudge the whole thing. Let's make it look like an artist's smock where there's like paint splotches everywhere. So I start putting paint splotches all over the jacket. It looked nothing like I thought it was gonna look. It was so bad. It was so bad. So I decided to go back in and cover up all of the paint splotches. You can still see some paint splotches, but I have most of them covered. I covered them with like the clouds and the sun. These little flowers, these hearts, none of those were there originally. And then I had these 3 little splotches over here that I could not figure out. And one of you on shorts said it looked like a bouquet of balloons. And so I did actually go in and put balloons there. Thank you for that idea. I never would have thought of balloons, but they look so cute. Y'all, I love this outfit so much, and I love how it looks with my little Laboo. I don't have my chicken purse with me today for Father's Day. I wish that I did, because how iconic is this going to be with my chicken purse and her little chicken purse? Literally just so cute. Well, friends, I think that wraps up another video. Thank you for going on another journey with me of stash busting my way to a new wardrobe. I'm still so excited to finish our Pentagon granny square vest thing. I think it's gonna be so cute, and using the cotton is gonna keep it cool for summer, but the colors are colors that I still wear into the fall, so I think it's something I'm gonna genuinely be able to wear like year round. I'm a little sad I didn't get it done in time to bring to VidCon with me this week, but I think I have my outfits mapped out for each day. I'm definitely going to be doing shorts every day while I'm at VidCon. I have an Airbnb
Airbnb with some of my best creator friends who I guarantee you guys are going to recognize. So we're going to be making all kinds of content together throughout the week, and I will also be showing y'all what I end up wearing each day, because my goal is to wear something that I've either upcycled or made every single day. And of course, my Laboo will also be wearing an outfit that I made her each day. She'll probably mainly just wear this outfit, but I might make her something else. On top of doing shorts from VidCon, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do like a long form vlog like we did last year. Definitely let me know in the comments if you want me to vlog our whole trip to VidCon, and I'll see what I can do. And I really want to continue this journey of stash busting our way to a new wardrobe. Obviously, it's not going to be next week's video because I'm going to be traveling this week, but I love the idea of the stash busting series because it's kind of a series we can pick up on and off throughout the year and just continue to work my way through my stash without buying new yarn, and it will also keep me from buying new clothes. So it's like a win-win. So be thinking about ideas for things that y'all want me to make for my stash busting journey, and maybe I'll try out one of your ideas whenever we pick this up next. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're new here, my name is Auna. Welcome to the Sunflower family. On this channel, we do new videos every single Monday. Sometimes it's crochet, but not always. We also do DIYs and Renaissance festivals and vlogs and cat videos. Apparently Laboo videos now because I'm beyond obsessed with Laboos now. And just a little bit of everything cozy and quirky. Hope to see you in the next one.